Rescue worker breaks down when she discovers the reason behind a dog's odd behavior. One of the greatest things about dogs is their innate desire to show their owner's loyalty. Any dog owner will tell you that their four-legged friend will stand by them through thick and thin. And that's something you can't say about many other species. The problem, however, is that humans sometimes don't reciprocate with the same level of loyalty. This was all too apparent one rainy afternoon in Dallas when an animal rescue worker named Marina Tereshevska saw a heartbreaking scene outside a vacant home that sent her on a journey she'd never forget. Marina Tereshevska was the co-founder of Dallas Dog RRR, a local dog rescue in Texas. She and the other employees at the rescue answered calls regarding dogs who needed new homes. But sometimes they came across situations that required someone to step in immediately. While Marina was out for a walk on a cold and rainy New Year's Day, she saw a bunch of furniture and trash on the curb outside. From a distance, it appeared that a family most likely moved out and left stuff they didn't want anymore, including a large blanket that caught her eye. Once she reached the blanket, her heart broke as she realized there was a dog clinging to it, shivering from the cold weather and looking up at her with despair. Marina immediately knocked on a neighbor's door to inquire about the pup. She was told by the person she spoke with that the family left the day before and abandoned the poor dog out in the street with the rest of their unwanted possessions. So Marina made a bold decision. Being a canine caretaker, she knew there was no hope for the animal if she left her alone with the blanket. Clearly, none of the surrounding neighbors wanted to step in and help. Marina had no idea about the dog's history, which was a problem when trying to gain her trust. Was the family abusive? Did she have all her shots? She slowly approached anyway. She was locking eyes with the dog, who appeared calm at first, but once Marina got within a foot of the blanket, the dog sprinted off to the other side of the road. This task was going to be long and arduous, Marina realized. Since she knew the dog wouldn't approach the blanket unless she was standing far enough away, and she had to get the animal to her house, she figured relocating the blanket towards her home would work. But it had to be done carefully. Marina didn't want the dog to think she was taking away her safety blanket, so over the course of an hour, she inched the blanket onto her property. The dog watched from a distance the whole time and followed Marina back. The mission was almost complete. Eventually, Marina approached the quivering animal and gently scooped her up. She didn't put up any sort of fight, and she clearly lived through some kind of trauma. Marina named her new friend Camilla, and it was now time for her healing to begin. Camilla was placed into a kennel Marina owned, and the poor animal curled up into a ball in the back, refusing to make eye contact. Although she allowed Marina to touch her, it was obvious the dog was frozen stiff with fear. Marina carefully examined the dog's body, looking for any signs the animal was abused or neglected, and she found fresh wounds in Camilla's neck and ears. Worried, she took Camilla to a vet for a better understanding. The vet told Marina they were fairly certain the wounds were caused by an embedded collar that was way too tight. The animal was most likely kept outside, where it developed a lack of trust towards humans. Marina now needed to reverse the damage. The pooch had surgery on her neck to close up the wounds, and slowly but surely she learned to get comfortable with the idea of being around people and other dogs at the Dallas Dog RRR. Within a few weeks, the work Marina and her fellow employees put in was paying off. Camilla was now sitting up instead of cowering in fear, and she approached people and nose-butted their hands, asking for attention. This was unheard of when Marina first rescued her. Also, Camilla began playing with toys for the first time ever. The yard where she was kept previously was barren, and she likely paced aimlessly all day long. Now, however, she was realizing how awesome squeaky toys and tennis balls were. Once Camilla was well adjusted enough to leave the rescue center, a foster family cared for her until she was ready for the official adoption list. What was once a petrified pup was now a loving and capable canine, thanks to Marina. The thought of leaving your home and discarding a pet like it's a piece of furniture is horrifying. Unfortunately, it happens all the time. But there are people who work tirelessly to rescue these special animals.